Do I look exhausted? Hello everybody, welcome back. If you have not been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books. And I've done an audiobook. This one is Come Back For Me by Heidi Perks. So let's show you that front cover. I finished it last night and it felt quite apt to be listening to the end of this book in the middle of a very big rainstorm. When I drove home from work yesterday, it was absolutely miserable. The water was bucketing out of the sky. There were like little flash floods while I was driving home, and my parents just got back and found out they had COVID. So I picked up the pizza they'd ordered for me and said, bye, see you in like 10 days when they're feeling better. And the end of this book happens over a rainstorm, so it felt quite apt to be listening to this in the car. Yeah, let's just get straight in with that blurb. A shocking discovery, an island wrapped in secrets. A tiny island community is stunned by the discovery of a long buried body. For Stella Harvey, the news is doubly shocking. The body has been found in the garden of her childhood home, the home that her family fled without explanation 25 years ago. Now questioning her past and desperate to unearth the truth, Stella returns to the isolated island, but she quickly finds that the community she left isn't as welcoming as she remembers, and the people in it will go to any length to protect their secrets. One thing rings true: you can't bury the truth forever. So this was 10 hours and 16 minutes to listen to in crime and thriller, mystery and psychological fiction. This was bloody good. So yeah, at the beginning you see Stella watching the news when she realises that the news item is happening right on the edge of her childhood home. And when they say that there's a body has been found, she goes through the book defending the place a little bit and saying, oh, well, it's not actually in the garden, it's on the edge of the garden. Because there's like land and a forest and a cliff edge quite nearby. And yeah, it's just one of those ones where it's like old truths, family truths coming to the surface, stuff that was never answered, like why her family fled in the middle of a rainstorm. The family just fled, as it said in the blurb, without any explanation. She's never had an answer why. It's read by Natalie Buscombe and Sally Scott, and don't you love it when you've got a good voice narrating an audiobook? And it was one of them. Was it? No, because I've listened to Natalie Buscombe before and I've never been aware of it. So it must have been Sally Scott that I was listening to. Her voice reminded me a little bit of Olivia Colman. Just something about the accent that was just making me think, like, I almost feel like Olivia Colman is reading part of this, just the way the voice was. So yeah, that was something that I quite liked, and I ended up actually looking through BorrowBox and seeing if Olivia Colman has done any other audiobooks, because she did do some little sections in the, what was it, Enid Blyton? There were some children's books that I listened to. My brain's telling me it's Enid Blyton, but I know it's not Enid Blyton. What did I do? Oh, was it Enid Blyton? My brain. Beatrix Potter. That's what it was. She did a couple of books on the Beatrix Potter collection, I think it was, or one of them, which made me incredibly happy. But yes, so I found out that she actually has narrated The Railway Children by E. Nesbit. That's another book I haven't read in a very long time, so I may have gone and reserved that just so I can listen to Olivia Colman tell me a story. But yeah, Come Back For Me. As I think about the book and the relevancy of the title, it's just like, ooh, because throughout the book you realise that there's at first they're unable to identify the body, and they're just like, well, who would be here? This island is such a small community that if anybody had went missing, we'd know about it. So when that bit is finally uncovered about like who it is actually buried on the edge of the property, and then it goes back to Stella's childhood and like people she knew and people she was friends with leading up to the events of finding the body on the edge of the property. And there's a point when her brother tries to confess and you're just like, wait, nothing is adding up here, right? So yeah, it's like multiplication gone wrong. Debbie's metaphors. My awful awful metaphors, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you keep getting like a different sum and nothing is adding up right. So that's what kept me on my toes in this one. It was just like, wait, but this doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's one that keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're just like, wait, how does this add up? How does this make sense? And when you're looking back at the childhood and the friends that they had, and then you find out something about one of her friends coming back for someone, and as I could see, come back for me, it goes into a big family conspiracy almost of people really hiding secrets and not being honest with each other within a family setting, and somebody else coming back and thinking that somebody may be someone they're not. Oh, there's just so much, and I feel like I'm going to be entirely stum about this because it is just one thing after another as secret after secret comes out, and it's like it's constantly opening up doors to something else. It's just like, oh, it's so good, it's so good. Heidi Perks is definitely up there. I've done quite a few Heidi Perks books, but this appears to be oh my god, there's two on here that I have not read. Now You See Her was such a good book. It was She Was Your Responsibility, Now She's Missing. That was the one where I think she took her to a fair and didn't concentrate, and then when she thought that this girl had coming off like this big like inflatable thing and then realised she'd gone, it was like, oh, that was a good one. Oh my god, but there's The Three Perfect Liars and The Other Guest. Other Guest isn't available yet, but Three Perfect Liars is. When a body is pulled out of an office fire, three women are first in line for questioning. All of them have reasons for wanting revenge against the company CEO. There's a reason that these kind of books are like my favourite. I love the guessing. Yeah, when it comes to Heidi Perks, yes, give it to me. Give me all the thrillers, give me all the murder mysteries. I was brought up watching Poirot and just Agatha Christie and just anything with a murder mystery. It was also like the daytime light-hearted stuff that I grew up watching as well. And so, yeah, it's very much a case of this is what I was brought up on, and I am greatly entertained by it all. Yeah, so it is so good. I love that it's like, you can't bury the truth. The tagline on the front is a buried secret, a deadly past, and yeah, it's just, there's also the fact that Stella is in denial at certain points, and when there comes the confession from her brother, when she hears what his confession is, and she's just there going, hang on, that doesn't add up to what we know about the body that's been found on the edge of this house. When she goes back and starts talking to people and she realises that they are remembered as the family that just up and left, and so like the community's kind of turns its back on her family and they're just like, why are you here? You left. But then they realise that the body must have been there round about the time that they left. So that's how the relevancy of her brother confessing kind of comes about, when you're just like, oh, this body must have been buried before they left, before they ran off in the middle of that rainstorm. And as I said, you know, everything comes to a head in a rainstorm towards the end of the book, which was why listening to it while an actual rainstorm was happening in real life, it was just like, this feels like I'm living this at the moment. I always find it interesting to read a book at a time when what's happening seems to match what's happening in the book. I remember reading a book about essentially a pandemic of sorts, and it was just like, this feels really weird to read after living through 2020, and as we all know, COVID isn't gone, but we're not on that lockdown side of things anymore. And yeah, well, I just found it kind of fascinating to read it, and with the sound of the rain hitting my car as I was listening to this. So I was listening to that and hearing the description of a rainstorm happening while all this water was hitting my car, and I was driving through puddles extremely slowly because the road just flooded, and it was just like, this is like the perfect atmosphere almost, even though I was driving and I was just there thinking, I really hope I don't drive through like a massive flood at like 40 miles an hour because it's messed with my car sensors before. Listening to the end of this book while driving through a rainstorm was like the perfect atmosphere. So I will say that if you do want to read this book, reading that those last few chapters with some ambient noise of rain and stuff will completely change the way you read the end of this book. I'm just going to say that. It just puts you in a different place mentally. So I'm getting distracted. Hiya, squirrel. There are so many squirrels in the greenery in front of my flat. It's so fun to watch. There's 3 in particular that I keep coming back and they chase each other. It's so funny to watch me getting distracted by squirrels. Yeah, I loved it. Such a good mystery. So much to keep you just on the edge of your seat. And oh, yeah, I just loved it. I just loved it. It was just so good. And I just love a good mystery. I love all the guesswork. I love it so much. Anyway, I'm still getting distracted by the squirrels. But yeah, Come Back For Me. Just like that title, when you get to the end, you just realise just how relevant it is. Because there are some titles you can go through and just like, what is the relevancy of that title? But yeah, it kind of comes back to the family secrets that are being held and the connection to the dead body on the edge of the garden. Come Back For Me, Heidi Perks, A Buried Secret, A Deadly Past, read by Sally Scott and Nathalie Buscombe, because it's N-A-T-H, and so I've heard it pronounced both Natalie and Nathalie, so yeah. Anyway, it's on Borough Box. That's the one that my local library has. I don't have Libby, though I heard that some libraries can have both, and I'm insanely jealous of the libraries that have both at this point. What else am I doing at the moment? What I've just started listening to is Legacy by Caroline Bond. I've also got The Guest List by Lucy Foley, When I Was 10 by Fiona Cummins, and then You Saw Me Just Reserve. 3 Perfect Liars by Heidi Perks, and then I've got Think Again by Jacqueline Wilson, which is going to be available to me in January, and The Railway Children by E. Nesbitt, as narrated by Olivia Colman. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying myself. And my iPad is at 33%, so I'll probably need to get that plugged in. Yeah. Is it time for tea? I have already had 3 cups of tea today. And I think I want another one. I'm too English for myself, aren't I? And that is even with a Trinidadian mother and having Irish on both sides of the family. I must admit that the Irish might have the cup of tea that me do. I've brought up a Yorkshire. It's Yorkshire tea or nothing. I say that, if anyone doesn't have a Yorkshire tea, I just have a breakfast tea. But at this point, I think you're all caught up on the moving things, because I'm officially moved in. I've been moved in for quite a while now, actually. Well, to be honest, I moved in for 10 days and then moved back into my parents' house while they were away to look after the cat. And the cat slept with me every single night of the past week. And then I came back yesterday, because yesterday was when my parents came home. And I have to say, because my parents brought me back a mug, a big mug. Isn't it great? Because, I mean, my flat is all colours of the rainbow anyway. Like, there's blue, there's orange, there's pinks, there's greens, I mean, just look at my cushion. Classic IKEA. I've seen it on television several times now. So, yeah. So that is the mug. And I feel like it feels like proper homemade, because there's, like, indents and grooves in the mug. And, yeah, I think it says dishwasher and microwave safe. Hand-painted in Thailand. But yeah, it feels like it's been handmade, and I love it, and it's such a good sized cup of tea. So yeah, I'm going to have a cup of tea in a second. But also, they also brought me back my first Christmas decoration. It's Evil Penguin in a Christmas hat. Yeah, it just makes me think of the chicken from Wallace and Gromit.
A chicken? Behind all this? Good grief! It's you! Again!
Yeah, so I actually had a conversation with my mum and dad by text, and they were just like, yeah, it looks proper evil, and I popped it up on my mantelpiece. Sleep with one eye open, and it's just like, because I've got a hedgehog that I painted in Centre Parks that I called Hernandez the hedgehog, because why not? And then I've also got a duck called Rita, and so I joked that Evil Penguin is going to convert Hernandez and Rita and kill me while I sleep. It looks like he's pouting. Yes, I am assuming that this is a male penguin chicken. Yes, that's my first Christmas decoration, because I have not got any Christmas decks in the flat yet. So I will be getting a Christmas tree at some point. Question is, where will I put the Christmas tree in here? I could put it in the corner next to the turtles, or I could move the dining room table over. I honestly don't know where I'd put my Christmas tree in here. I think I would have to move my coffee table and pop it in the corner. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm off to have an extremely large cup of tea, even though this will be the third one I have today. No, fourth one today. But yeah, and then I am binge watching the latest season of Grey's Anatomy. I'm just about to go into episode 10, I think. So yeah, thank you, and I will see you next time with another video. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.